Good evening, guys. Thanks to those of you who have joined me already. We're just going to give it a few minutes to let anyone else join us who intends to do so. So just bear with me a little while. Cheers. Hi there, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I appreciate you doing so. I know there's plenty of options out there in terms of content creators to join in terms of their online streams. So thanks again. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so episode 15, I think we're at now, which is, I mean, we've flown through them for sure. For those of you who haven't checked out episode 14, I suggest you do so, because it was an absolute cracker of an episode. Some really good results in there. Another undefeated stream, which is always nice. Stops you guys from having to put up with me raging, which is always a positive. Good evening, FM Llama, our lucky charm in the stream. Really glad that you could join us tonight, buddy. And I thought you were exceptional on the creator showcase, actually. Has to be said. So congratulations for that. You gave a really good account of yourself. And I think you got across to the community, a good sense of what you bring in terms of being a content creator. I hope you don't break your streak, buddy, and I hope we can remain undefeated with you in the chat. I'm sure we can. Let's get through this press conference. Honestly, buddy, I'm not just saying this, Llama. You are one of the nicest, genuine people I've met in the community. And the community is full of nice people. So I couldn't be paying you a bigger compliment. Not only is your own content brilliant, but you're more than willing to promote other people's content and give people the sort of confidence boost they need and the leg up they might need to get themselves going. So I literally, yeah. I think we all owe you a lot, buddy. I wish I was as chilled as you when you're creating content, put it that way. I think we've got very different approaches to to our content creation. I don't know how you can be so level-headed when things aren't going your way on FM, buddy. So, a nice competitive game to open up tonight's stream with. I'd like to say we're favourites simply because we're at home and we're currently in 4th place. You have your moments, do you? Well, I mean, we don't get to see them, so I guess that's the perk of creating recorded content that you can then edit. I suppose if you show yourself in a light that you're less than pleased with, you've always got the option to edit that out, haven't you? Yeah, I think I agree with you, mate. It probably is. I try not to be too much of a mumbling, stumbling, aggressive mess when I'm on stream, but sometimes it's quite difficult to compose yourself. I'm just going to refresh myself with... Okay, yeah, Rupert, he was suspended, but he's back available for us now, so he's going straight back into the team. Other than that, I think, yeah, Indiguy's been the man for us up front so far. Domenici's been amazing, so he's staying in the team. He's been fantastic ever since Liakos was dropped to the bench after fracturing his arm. It's good to have had him around still, but I mean, I haven't actually played him much. The idea was to put the protective gear on him so that he could stay in and around the first team, but I mean, Domenici's just played so well. We've had no need to use him, really. Maybe that's a bit of oversight from me. That's good though, mate, that you can literally just flick the camera on and let it roll, and whatever comes out is authentic and quality content. It's a gift, I would say. Right, I think this is the best 11 we have available to us. So we're going to go ahead and crack on with... Actually, hang on a sec. Just check the wing backs. Yep, 3. Yeah, okay. Right, let's try that again. Let's go for it. Okay, so there's a lot at stake. Llama's 100% record of never seeing a defeat is on the line. Oh, I think putting it down to beginner's luck, mate. I think that's doing yourself a disservice there. I'm going to tell them to put on a show for the fans, although they almost never react to it. At least I'm getting a reaction from these mini team talks afterwards. So, yeah, we've got instructions set for the opposition. They ask some stupid ass questions in press conferences. But the game is about data, so we still take part in them. Okay, early goal kick for them. They go along with that, and we turn it over. Brilliant. Farino wins the corner. Early doors. What can we do from this? Fizzed into the box. There's a bit of pinball going on in there, but the ball finds its way back out of the box again. Van der Merch plays it in the channel for Louis Montagnier. Van der Merch again, and he wins us another corner. Here's Domenici now on the edge. He gets tackled. Abdoulaye Bar finds Hoan. Yeah, 100% Lama. I agree with you there, buddy. They need to... it's the small changes that we're going to notice, I think, in FM21. I think the match engine could do with a few tweaks as well. A lot of people think that the 19 engine was better than this year's. And we go a goal down. Fantastic. We're going to need a reaction from the boys if we're going to maintain Lama's 100% record of seeing us undefeated. Let's demand more from the boys. This isn't good enough at home. Can we react immediately? Here's Domenici. Indigai finds Van der Merch. Domenici again. He finds Rui Perez. And that's not... Yes, there we go. It wasn't a bad effort to begin with. Keeper makes a meal of it. And it drops in front of Nyonto. And he's only too happy to just tap that one home from close range. Rui Perez with a good strike. Keeper probably could have done better. Has 2 bites of the cherry at trying to keep that one out. But we get the equaliser. Fantastic stuff. No worries whatsoever, Coxie, mate. Nice to have you in the chat. You're only about 10 minutes late, to be fair. We didn't get started until 10 past. And we are currently in the first game of the stream. So you haven't missed much. And we've given the ball away cheaply. Okay, we win it back. Can the keeper get us playing? Here's Rui Perez. trying to get us going from the back. Hoan with a long ball. We win the flick on. Darbo with a sweeping ball out into the flank. Gnonto picks it up, finds the wing back. He finds the cross. Falls to Dominici, but he puts the shot wide. Coxie knows where it's at. Watching FM content whilst playing FM. There's no better combination. Other than maybe hazelnut and chocolate. Completely irrelevant, I know, but I'm just talking about strong combinations. Ball over the top again, and it does us again. What is this comical defending? What a piss take. One ball does everyone. And to add insult to injury, he's just rifled it near post and the keeper's struggled to get there. We're going to have to come from behind yet again. Oh my god. Keeper's kept us in it there. He's made a cracking stop. Another chance for them from the corner. We seem to clear our lines. Gnonto goes long. Montagnier bearing down on goal now. Finds Indiguy's feet. Louis Montagnier again. They get a tackle in. Van der Merch in a crossing position. Gnonto now. It's a decent cross. Van der Merch blasts wide. And all the pressure counts for nothing when we're taking shots like that. It looks like the boys are getting the rocket at half time. Not the reaction we wanted from going behind for the second time. We reacted well the first time, to be fair. Got the equaliser almost straight away. This time round, not so much. Maybe the last highlight of the half. Farino gets down that left-hand side, and that is the shittest shot. Considering my wing backs are on shoot less often and cross more often, they seem to take a lot of pointless shots. Getting stuck into them now. Show me something, boys. There's a lot on the line here. I feel like if we lose, Lama's off. And he ain't coming back. Several poor performances. It's not easy to pick out who's really at fault here because no one's playing particularly well. Gnonto with a pointless pass. Gives it away. It's looking like Indigai might be the first player to be replaced. He's had a real quiet game. And I think when you've got options like Grandjean on the bench, it's hard to allow someone to have a 6.4 match rating and stay on the pitch. Van der Merch goes down too easily. I don't know what he's doing there. Barr sprays it out for Farino. He works a crossing position. Is that a pen? It will be the world's softest pen. But I think he's given it, and potentially it's a lifeline for Hesef. Can we convert this now? I think it's Rui Perez stepping up. It is. For the equaliser, and he sticks it away. Mr. Reliable. Rui Perez, we've been dog shit all game, and he's pulled that rabbit out of the hat for us. And you've got to love it. I think I'm still going to be a bit ruthless, and I'm still going to sub Indigai, because he's been bang average. And that's kind. So, Grandjean's coming off the bench. And I'm keeping an eye on the Montagnier situation because he's not playing well either. I'm actually tempted just to make the change now, but We'll give him 5 or 10 minutes. Oh, I thought it was another highlight for us then, from a set piece. Clearly not. Yep, no signs of improvement from Montaigne this game. So I think Takura deserves some minutes. He hasn't played much this season. See if he can make a difference for us. Farino's also looking tired. So I think we'll go with super sub Geoffroy. He has done bits in the last couple of games when he's come on as a sub. So let's hope that he can do the same now. They've got a fair few players on bookings. I'd like to see maybe one of them pick up a second. Oh, it's poor defending. We're letting him just stroll towards that ball. And the keeper's had to make a good save at close range to stop us from going behind for the third time this game. Let's demand more from the guys. I'm reluctant to go ultra attacking. Or very attacking rather. In case we do lose the game late on. Here's Dominici. Back to Van der Merch. All the way back to Juan. He goes square to Bar. Can he pick someone out? No. It's a pretty aimless pass forward. And now they're on the break. We need to get back here and get organised. And we just about clear our lines, but they pick up the second ball. Bit of sustained possession for them now. They've gone back home. All the way back to the keeper. Can we put some pressure on? We have. And we've turned it over quite hard at the pitch. The keeper's made a mistake. Grandjean bears down on goal and the keeper makes a save to redeem himself. That was unlucky. Let's get creative these last 3 or 5 minutes. Here's Grandjean driving forward with the ball. Van der Merch picks it up. He crosses. Ooh, and Darbo with a close range effort just wide. Chance from the set piece for them now. And that is shocking defending. Utter garbage at the back. Christensen just pulls off our defence. No one's anywhere near him. Free header. Of course he's going to score that. He may as well have walked through twirling a fucking cane at that rate. And we have to go all out now. And it's still not going to be enough, I don't think. No. It's their highlight again. And you're fucking kidding me. We've been defensively shite. Which is not like us in the last 10 or 11 games. We've had a lot of clean sheets. And we've gone and conceded 4 at home to a team that we probably should be beating. And with that, we lose Lucky Llama's 100% record. Apologies, buddy. I think I've got to get aggressive with him. It's not good enough. I think Takura was a poor choice of change. He didn't really impact the game at all when he came on. We've lost our 11 game unbeaten run, guys. to Kaliza United of all teams. Amazes me how we can go and beat the best team in the country 7-1 and then we go and lose 4-2 against these clowns. I think we have to be in the market for a really solid centre back. You're looking to bring in Marcus Bay and Matthias Fixeles. Thoughts? I actually don't know about those players. Apologies, Coxie. Let's have a look at them. Do I have them loaded? No, I don't have Marcus Bay loaded. Matthias Fix. No. Sorry, mate. I don't have them loaded. Are they South American players? I bloody hope it's not the start of a new streak, Llama. And Michael, buddy, that couple of wins on the bounce to get you out of your losing streak, was that since the change in tactic on the save that you're blogging about? That is rather deflating, I can't lie. Oh, they're Danish and Belgian. Why do I not have... Is that like definitely 100% how you spell them? Maybe I've not loaded the leagues down to the level that I'd need to. No, that's odd. Yeah, let me know what clubs these guys are from, Coxie, because I don't seem to have them loaded. You didn't change anything, you just swapped a couple of players in different positions. Is that within the back attack, though? Like, so you've switched to the back attack, and then you've just switched a couple of players around within that. Bay was at Ajax. That is intriguing. Because I'd like to think I'd have him loaded then. Apparently not. Oh, Jesus. Kate's in the chat. We don't need any more bad luck, Kate. We've just lost our first ever game with FM Llama in the chat, which is devastating news for everyone. And also, we've ended an 11 game unbeaten run. I feel like we need to offer Darbo a new deal, because he has quite a low buyout clause, considering... What's he worth? Yeah, he's worth... Oh, Jesus, I should have spotted that sooner. He's already worth more than his buyout clause. Ah, no. He's not interested. Fuming. Nah, that's alright, Kate. You can stay. As long as you don't bring too much bad luck. Try and be positive. Good evening, the salmon. Hello, mate. Okay, so we could be looking for a new central midfield player if Darbo decides to move on, which it looks like he will do. The good thing is his release clause only applies to clubs in continental competition, so that rules out a few. Yeah. Not happy about that because he is very well rounded as a midfield player. And he's going to be difficult to replace, Darbo. Oh. Okay. Julio Paradiso. Other than his shocking determination, he ticks a lot of boxes. Keep an eye on him. Can we recommend wing backs and a forward? Yes, mate. If you let me know roughly your wage budget, like so what your average wage is for players and your transfer kitty that you have available to you, I'm sure I'll be able to rattle off a few names. Why did Darbo have to go and spoil the party of us being fourth by refusing to enter negotiations for a new contract? You've got 391k transfer budget. Okay. I take it at this stage you've probably checked out all of the potential free agents you could bring in. And you've only got 3.7k a week left in the kitty. Okay. Bit of a tight spot you're in. Have you already signed your maximum amount of loan players for the season? Again, without sort of being able to see your screen and your actual save in the database you've got loaded, it's difficult to recommend players for you. But like I said before, the article that I wrote for Passion FM should help in terms of what to look for attribute wise. So I would say, depending on the level you're at, mate, and what threshold you want to set, as in whether you consider 12 of an attribute to be acceptable or whether it's 14 or whatever, set your bar and then just look for all the attributes that are mentioned in that article for the position and see how you get on. Although I think you may have already done that, if I'm correct. This kid looks good. He's 5'4" though. Okay, we're looking for a big reaction in this Farry game. We really need one. I think, yeah, we've played quite a few more games than some of the teams around us. Yeah, but we've played 2 more. Right, so actually, we're not 4th at all, are we? Technically speaking. We're probably comfortably 6th. Good evening, Mr. Spaceman. Thanks a lot for joining us, mate. Good to have you back in the chat. Okay, there you go. Then you've set your threshold for an attribute to be good on a player at 13 or 14. So Conrado. Okay, so I imagine this is the guy that you're referring to. I can't see his attributes because my scouting range isn't good enough. But I would say if he has... He looks like he's got at least 13 pace, which is good. If he does have decent technique, decent tackling, around 13 passing, around 13 crossing, and his work rate and determination and stuff is good, then I would say he'd be a good signing. There might be an opportunity to move Takura on actually in this January window for a nice profit, considering we signed him on a free transfer. Oh, it's actually a derby game for us. A Kawachi derby. Five determination and 10 passing. I'd say unless you're creeping towards a transfer deadline and you're pretty desperate, I'd probably look elsewhere, buddy. That 5 determination would bother me. Yeah, we want to bounce back with a win. Varo Castro. Nope, not interested. Oh wow, 18 tackling for a fullback though. But only 8 crossing, 11 technique, and he's 5'4". Good evening, Ben. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks a lot for joining us. Quite the chat we've got popping off tonight, guys. Thanks a lot for your support. Despite the shoddy result. All you've missed so far, Ben, is a shitty defeat. A 4-2 defeat. And our best midfield player, Darbo, refusing to enter contract negotiations because it looks like a few clubs are interested in him. And he's got a release clause. So that's that. Let's have a look at him, see if people are actually interested. Wanted. Ah, okay, there we go. Premier League clubs in there. Big Chinese clubs in there. Napoli are in there. Jesus. Let's hope that one of the teams that comes in for him isn't in continental competition. Although now the chances of that happening are very slim, aren't they? It looks like arguably our best player is on his way out of the team, which is gutting. I think short term Tybee could step into that midfield role, in that deep line playmaker role. Or we could push Rui Perez up and play Tybee as the halfback. Okay, we need to start setting players' availability for. Yeah, let's make. You know what, let's make all of these guys available. Yeah, it's tomorrow as well, so it won't affect. Oh, that's interesting. Wolves have offered us a job interview. I mean, obviously I'm going to decline it, but Wolves are a nice club. It's interesting to know that we're being linked with jobs like that. I hope I'm not being insulted in Russian in the chat, by the way, guys. It'd be quite mean of you for well, I mean, I'm not bilingual or multilingual like some of you guys, so I'm sure you're only saying positive things though, guys, eh? Especially you, Kate. I think we've got to start planning for life without Darbo then, guys. Going to give Geoffroy a start because Farino's last 5 games have been pretty shite. We're going to go with Grandjean up front. And other than that, I think we will leave it. So this is the 11 we're going with, guys. Shimundu in goal, Abdullah Bar and Juan at the back, who are now developing a decent little partnership, which is nice. You wouldn't have guessed it from the last game's performance, though. Absolute bag of shite at the back. At half-back, Rui Perez, who's been a mainstay in the team. Geoffroy steps in at left wing-back for Farino, who's been poor of late. Van der Merch keeps his position at right wing-back. Then we've got Darbo and Dominici in the playmaking roles in midfield, with Nyonto and Louis Montagnou, who was poor last game, so we'll keep an eye on him. Those guys are playing inside forward for us. And then Grandjean up top, who, you know, is looking decent. He's now worth 26 million. And we paid 175k for him, guys. How about that? I signed him with the Embrickson money. When we sold Embrickson for 19 million. I replaced him for 150 odd k or whatever that was. Gotta love it. Love a bit of money balling at the club. It's fantastic. I set myself a personal challenge to try and replace a player for as little as I possibly can spend. Right, I'm hoping to pull a result out of the bag for you here, guys. Right. Come on, lads. Show me what you can do. Nice, simple team talk. Get out there and make a difference. I never liked that question. Okay then, guys. Predictions rather in the chat. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm hoping for a better result this time round. Voin with the throw-in down this left-hand side. He finds Rui Perez. He finds Dominici. Nice ball over for Van der Merch, and the keeper makes a quite comfortable save at his near post. He goes long with a goal kick, and we half clear it, but we don't fully deal with it, and our keeper has to make a save. Chance from the corner for these guys. Cleared to the edge of the box. Good tackle from Abdullah Bar. Nice ball to Grandjean as well from Nyonto. He skips past one tackle and slides the ball past the near post. And really should have done better. Oh, for fuck's sake. Kate, why are you always hating on me? Predicting that we're going to lose. Everyone else is being nice and positive. Gefroy with the shot, wide of the mark. Well, thanks to those of you that have some faith in me anyway. See if we can prove Kate wrong. Coxie, I reckon for the keeper, you want all your standard stuff. Obviously your positioning, your general shot stopping, decision making, aerial command of the box and that sort of stuff. But really you need 1v1s to be high. Dominici ball into the box and they clear it. Yeah, you want your 1v1s to be good with your keeper. Rushing out of goal tendency, you need it to be pretty decent because he does need to be quick off his line if the ball goes in behind. And I personally look for keepers with really good distribution, throwing and kicking, and vision as well. If they're going to be a sweeper keeper that is good with their feet. Oh, Manuel has jumped on the bandwagon out of nowhere. He reckons 6-0 to Farry. I would agree with everything that Kate's just said there, Coxie. And then, in addition to that, what did I say? Yeah, rushing offline tendency and distribution for the sweeper keeper role. Don't know what to make of this first half so far. It looks like we've created a fair few chances, but we're not getting them on target. Might have to switch to working the ball into the box. Here's Van der Merch down the right hand side. Somehow makes it to pretty much the byline. Gets a cross in the box. Grandjean gets a shot off. And it's deflected around the post for our corner, which wasn't a great delivery. Here we are now at the back stick though. And is that Gefroy? Another chance from a set piece. They head it clear. Horan on the edge of the box now. He's dispossessed and that looks like a foul. Are we going to make something of the free kick? Dominici is good from set pieces. Oh, he forces a save from the keeper and they clear their lines. Thanks for joining us, by the way, Emmanuel. Even if you do think we're going to get absolutely battered this game. Okay. I'm going to be assertive and say I'm not happy. Because we've had our chances. $11 shots, 4 on target. Okay, if we haven't gone ahead by the 60th minute, I'm going to start working the ball into the box, I think. Let's get creative. That's a very good question, Emmanuel. So, since the back attack video was released, has my win percentage increased or reduced? Well, on the save that I was sharing the statistics with you guys from, it actually went up. I think it was 74% when I released the video, and then it went up to 75%, and we had a massively positive goal difference. It went up hugely. I've got the 2 screenshots actually from when I released the video to when I released the article on Passion for FM, and everything improved on that save. On this save isn't a good barometer for measuring it, only because we haven't used the tactic the whole way through on this save, so it's difficult to understand you know, the specific impact that this tactic's had. I have got another save with Le Havre though, who are a much worse team than the team I posted the numbers for, and I checked today and I think I've got a 69 or 70% win rate with them, bearing in mind I'm now in the French first tier. It's going pretty well actually on there. Grandjean's having a fucking shit game. Right, let's start working the ball into the box. Who could come on and change this for us? I am tempted. Yeah, you know what, Grandjean, you've had 65 minutes. You've done nothing. We've got another option on the bench. We're going to bring him on. Monsigny's also not been great. We've promised Takura more minutes. Oh, hang on. So more minutes we will give him. Chance for them to get the ball in the box. They decide to go short from the set piece though. Can we get a foot in here? We need to. They work it out wide. Chance for them to cross now. And they get an attempt on goal, but the keeper, with strong hands, keeps hold of the ball. Domenici's looking tired, so I think it's time for Liakos to come back into the side, and hopefully he'll make a big impact. He could be a bit rusty though, to be fair. He hasn't played much. Here's Takura. Goes home. Keeper looks to go short. Come on, someone pick out one of our wing backs. Here's Juan. He does just that. Now it's Takura. Juan again, and he's fucked around on the ball and he's been dispossessed. And we are counting our lucky stars that we're not a goal behind. Chance for them to score from the corner. We're in a bit of a mess back there right now. Van der Merch does get the ball clear though, but only as far as Anton. Ball over the top. Great block. Fantastic block. That's concerning though. This is cagey. We are not playing well. Chance for us from the corner though. Liakos to deliver. He does just that. It gets cleared. Nyonto picks it up. And we're dispossessed in the box. Not sure what Liakos is doing there. And we give him the ball back. And that takes all the pressure off him. Can we give him one last shout? Apparently not. Chance for them now down the left hand side. We half clear our lines again. And again, some of this headed... Oh my god, these headed clearances are just terrible. I think we need a real aerial presence down there at the back. Looks like this one is going down as a ball draw, guys. Unless Learkos with delivery. Takura picks it up on the edge. And that's all we've got time for apparently in that game. I'm going to tell them they're unlucky. I don't want to get into them too much. We avoided back-to-back defeats, which is good, I suppose. Yeah, who'd have predicted a 0-0 there, guys? That's bit of a shock, that one. Okay. Another week till the next game, so everyone's going to be well rested. I think you're right, Ben. This is a stream of firsts. First time that Llama's seen us lose, and the first time he's predicted a result and it hasn't come about. Yeah, I think I will look to spend whatever transfer budget is available in January on a defender. And with teams sniffing around Darbo, it looks like that's another 16 million euros that we could get into the transfer kitty. Not that I actually want to lose him, but these things happen. We have got some young players that with a bit of experience could step up. You're right, Kate. Llama did say the one thing it won't be is 0-0. So if we have a look, how many times have we actually drawn 0-0 this season? So friendlies don't count. Okay, there's 1, 2. It's happened more frequently than I thought. 2, 3, 4. We've actually had 4 0-0 draws this season. So I think 0-0 would have been a decent shout for a prediction. Oh, that's not good. Hubert's picked up an injury. It looks like quite a bad one too. He's out for at least a month, I'd say. Oh, that's a shame as well. He's played really well in the game that he got injured in. Yes, Kate, yeah, 3-1 all draws as well. So we have drawn our fair share of games. I don't think we've lost too many though. So if we have a look, league table, here we are, SF. Oh yeah, we've only lost 2. That's not too bad, but we've drawn 7 games. To be honest, as long as we finish higher than 9th this season, I'm happy because we're building on what we achieved last year. And we've not got the resources available at the club just yet to make a real push. Before the last couple of games, we were the highest scoring team in the division as well. We still are. 39 goals scored. We're still the highest scoring team. We haven't got such a bad defence anymore either. But I would say it's just about having the cutting edge in games, isn't it? Turning a few of those draws into wins, really. That's the difference. Which I would argue is a case of the strikers simply firing because we're creating chances, and the defence minimising the chances that we concede. So I think if we can tighten up at both ends of the pitch, that'll be the real difference if we're going to make a push for, you know, maybe the top 4 next season. The recruitment's going to have to be very good. Ooh, this kid from Metz looks decent. Nice work rate and teamwork on this kid. Take a look at him as well. Aha. Remy Exbrayat from PSG. They don't want to sell him though. I'm not surprised with attributes like this. 17 tackling for an 18-year-old. 16 determination, 17 anticipation. Positioning's good. Heading's okay. Marking's okay. Let's have a crack at him. How much do you reckon they'll take for him? Okay. 126 million. Safe to say that he is out of our price range. Tiziano Giovanni. Pretty average, to be fair. Half decent fullback, but he's not operating at the level we need him to. If I remember rightly, there was someone who came up on the last stream that was well worth a look. I mean, this kid's decent. Has he got a release clause? No. I feel like they're going to want a lot for him as well. I thought there was someone that came up who was relatively affordable for us. Could be wrong. There's good old Rodri, who was with us last year. He hasn't improved much, considering he's now a regular starter. He's on some wages now as well. Ika Kortza. If this kid could cross a ball, he'd be very good as well. But he can't, unfortunately. I think I'm going mad then, guys. I thought someone came up on the last episode last night that was well worth keeping an eye on. I'm sure if they were, I would have shortlisted them. try and keep Darbo sweet. I'm really hoping we can get the first win of tonight's stream in this game away at Wabani. It's been a slightly slow start. Interesting. I know I was after this guy before we went to Liverpool. Yeah, he's already on the short list. Now he's available for loan. Let's make some players available for the 20s. Get some match sharpness in them. Liakos could do with some minutes. How much do we have? Okay, so we've got just over 5 million, but not much in the wage budget in order to strengthen. The club's also not in the best financial situation, so as soon as we spend that 5 million, we're putting the club at risk slightly. He looks decent. Keep an eye on him. Nope. Just get through these, I think. Abu Francis. Now he looks pretty well rounded. He could be a nice replacement for Darbo in midfield. Certainly carry on looking into him. Right. Interesting. Not entirely sure we'd have to replace Darbo if he left. I think we have got a fair few midfield players that can step in there. Maybe no one that will do the role, or perform the role rather, quite as well as Darbo has done. But maybe given a bit of time, they would. Just creeping towards that game. Oh god. Okay, we've got the fortnightly save to do, guys. Apologies. Bear with me. Do we spend some money in January, guys? We do have some funds available, and I feel like we should probably tighten up at the back. At the moment, we're using Darbo as a centre back, and aerially is not great. And I noticed the last few games that collectively in defence, our clearances aren't particularly good, and we're causing a lot of our own problems back there. Well, it's a good point, Ben, about having the money, but do we really have the money? So look, our overall balance is 5.8 million, and our transfer budget is 5 million. I'm pretty sure if I spend that, I'm putting us in financial jeopardy, really. Although I do agree with the Salmon that a nice bargain in January if someone is listed or their contract's running out, it could be worth doing. A young Greek defensive mid. He looks pretty well rounded. Nothing special though. Keep an eye on him. He'd want some wages as well. Yeah, see, I think I'm siding with Kate on this one. I've worked so hard to, turn the finances around at the club. I think if I put us dangerously close to the break-even point, rather than being in a positive situation financially, I'd be a bit nervous. Again, Kate raises another good point that with our wage commitments, that 600k that you talk about, Ben, would disappear relatively quickly. We'd almost be forced to just allow Darbo to leave when someone activates his release clause. I really don't want him to go. Why won't he just at least enter negotiations, see if we can convince him to stay? He's already worth more than his buyout clause, which is annoying. What did we pay for him? 2.1 million. So we stand to make a big profit on him. I don't think... Does he have a clause? I think he does. I think we had to agree to... No, apparently he hasn't. Interesting. I think we've maybe paid in instalments for him. Yeah, I think we'll go with that then, guys. We'll browse the market in January. We'll keep an eye out to see if there's a bargain available, a defensive bargain. If there is, we'll jump on it. If there isn't, we'll hold off or look to spend as little as possible. And then if the Darbo deal goes through and someone activates his release clause, then that's out of our control, and it just means that we get more money. So Santos making his return from his injury, that's good to see. Really need to see that crossing improve. You'd like to think with his determination and his personality and the training that we've set him up on, that he would be improving. But I guess he needs a strong run in the first team, which I'm quite happy to get because Van the world since he came in. He's defensively sound, but going forward, don't think he's created many chances for the team, which is concerning because we do need our wing backs being creative. I think that's a sensible approach, Kate. We only buy to replace those that we're selling. Although I'd argue the only exception to that is that we could do with a nailed-on first-choice centre-back that is strong in every area, particularly to make up for the lack of aerial ability that we currently have at the back. Because I've got no doubts that Voin will become a very good centre-half, but the one weakness he does, well, I say one weakness, he's got a couple. One is his positioning, and secondly, he is quite weak in the air. He can jump, but his accuracy when he heads the ball is not great. Yeah, that's not a problem, Ben, mate. I always look to replace players for as little as I possibly can. Take it as a personal challenge. Gefroy, how did he play last game? Do you know what? I'm going to trust him again. Frino hasn't been great down that side, so I'm willing to give him another try, another start, unless he lets us down. Santos is fit enough to make the bench. Does anyone else deserve a game that maybe isn't getting one? Grandjean wasn't great in the last game, but I don't want to chop and change it every single game. Well, Kate, I think the only way we're going to find that centre-half for under 5 million is if someone's had a row with their manager and got himself transfer listed. Or, you know, maybe someone who's at a big club that's just surplus to requirements. Or someone whose contract is running down. So I think now's the kind of time where, I think we can do it on stream actually, we will have a look at centre-backs that have a contract expiring within 6 months. And look to either get them on a Bosman and then agree a fee with the club afterwards, a really small fee, or we just straight up try and lowball them with an offer and say, look, his contract's expiring, we want him off your hands. Interesting. So, you'll see, guys, that the reason Di Giacinto has a face is because he is a player for me on my Menuza save, and he looks very similar to how he does here in terms of his attributes as well. He's a good player, Di Giacinto. Solid. He was my number 2 striker at Menuza. So I think these guys have got it in them to cause us problems defensively. Let's go out there and give the fans their money's worth. We've had one positive reaction. That was a short pre-game interview, wasn't it? Right then. We're playing in the strange-looking brown kit. Here's Van der Merch. Far right, wins us a very early corner. That isn't even a highlight. Fantastic. Bit of possession on the edge of the box. Here's Gefroy. Decent effort, to be fair. Keeper's forced to make a save at his near post. And Gefroy whips in the corner. It's cleared to Bar on the edge of the box. And that's a wayward pass. And Giacinto comes away with the ball. Luckily enough, we forced the shot wide. But that was sloppy from Bar. I did not like that one bit. That's a better pass, albeit by a throw-in though. Grandjean with the ball, pulls it back to the edge of the box. Darbo finds Dominici, he finds Van der Merch. Keeper makes a save, and we run the ball out of play. Bar again with the throw. Gefroy Can he get himself down that byline? Gnonto with the cross. Headed down to Grandjean. Bit of ping pong in the box. Not sure what Barr's done to foul his man there, but he has. And they look to ping the free kick in behind. We deal with it relatively well. A long ball from us. Grandjean on the shoulder, what he does best. And bearing down on goal, he puts it straight down the slot for the keeper. Comfortable save for him. You could argue Grandjean should have done better in that position. Here's the corner though, clear to the edge of the box. Gnonto, Voin from the edge of the box. And he stung the gloves of the keeper, the young centre-back. Geoffroy with the ball into the box now. We are having a lot of the ball in their third. And that's a good foul from Van der Merch to stop the counter-attack. And he takes the booking, takes one for the team. It looks like that's going to be their game plan, guys. I think they're looking to hit us on the counter. Got some defending to do here. It's a long ball now. Grandjean makes it stick. That's lovely from him. Drives into almost the channel. Looks to maybe square the ball. No. He looks to go alone. And they get the block in. Geoffroy now with a corner into the box. Cleared to the edge of the box. Dominici in possession. Not sure what he was going for there, but Voin picks up the scraps. That's a good turnover from Van der Merch. Dominici breaking away with the ball down the right-hand side. Can he pick someone out? Picks out Geoffroy. Geoffroy has an effort from range, and the keeper makes another good save. He's had to make a few of those this game. Geoffroy with the corner into the box. It's cleared. He gets a second bite of the cherry, and it goes out for a throw-in off the defender. Let's demand more from the boys. We've had a number of chances, and we're going to need to put one away whilst we're on top. There we are, look, slipping down to 6th in the table. Louis Montagnier finds Van der Merch. He pulls it back to the edge of the box for Darbo. He finds Van der Merch again. Chance for a cross. He gets the cross in. It falls to the edge of the box and Geoffroy's there again. This time it's wayward. Okay, I think I'm tempted to work it into the box. Oh, that chance for them now from the set piece. They whip it into the box. And of course they score. Oh my god. They've scored after all of that. After all of that. Okay, well, we've got a highlight. Let's at least see what comes of this. Van der Merch with the chance to cross. He doesn't take it. Rui Perez with the shot from range. We need to start working this ball into the box. And creating some decent opportunities. I tend to agree with you, Kate, that Geoffroy has been rather shit from corners. So let's have a look at our set piece takers. I'm happy with Leakos isn't on the pitch, that's why. We don't really have any good set piece takers on the pitch, if I'm honest. I think I'm going to put Dominici on them. Yeah, let's put Dominici on them. Voin with the ball. And he's done that again. He did that in the last game. Just dawdles on the ball on the halfway line or thereabouts. Keeper has to make a good save to pull us out of the fire. I am getting stuck into these at half time. So many chances created in the first sort of half an hour of the game. Didn't take any of them. They've had pretty much one. and taking it. Can we get playing from here though? Here's Darbo. He finds Louis Montagnier, who's been rather quiet of late. Van der Merch, he can't get his cross into the box. They clear it only as far as Darbo. We look to sustain our attack now. It's another good ball into the half space. Montagnier pulls it back from the cross and the effort goes over the bar again. Have a nice evening, Sam, mate. Thanks for tuning in and for getting involved. Show me something else in the second half, because that was shite. Domenici's having a bad game. He was on a strong run of form as well before this one. Get creative from the off, boys. Come on. Another set piece delivery from them. He gets a second bite of the cherry in terms of trying to get across into the box. We deal with it quite well though. Give Voin now with the throw. Rui Perez on the edge of the box. He plays a 1-2 with Dominici. And again. Good ball. Van der Merch bearing down on goal. Oh, why is he shot? Square the ball. You're a wing back. Your instructions are specifically to pass the ball rather than shoot. And you're completely ignoring them. Oh, it's a good ball from them. And yeah, of course they go 2-0 up. Absolute piss take. One ball literally does everyone. No one's anticipating it. Dominici with a delivery now for us. And of course the keeper just comes and plucks it out of the sky like it's nothing. He goes long. We look to turn it over but can't. It's a good ping into the half space. Gnonto finds himself on it. Louis Montagnier, one over there. Good ball. That's a very, very well worked goal from us. That's more like it. It's a good move. Gnonto picks out Montagnier. He finds Van der Merch on the overlap. 2v1 in the wide area. And he finds Grandjean. Grandjean finds the back of the net. That is what we want to be doing. Perfect goal. That's what the system is set up to do. Dominici now with the free kick. Ooh, and their keeper has to make a good save. Another chance now from the corner. Dominici delivers. It's loose in the box. Oh, come on, someone stick that away. Oh, don't concede again now. Thank God we blocked that. Another chance for them from the corner. We clear our lines a bit better that time. Can we pick up the seconds? Doesn't look like it. Gnonto's on a... Do you know what? Montagnier's been pretty poor. I'm going to put Gnonto on the other side. I'm going to play Sommer in there. Domenici's had a very, very quiet game. I think... Oh, I would play Liakos, but he played for the 20s. there isn't really another option in terms of a centre midfield player. Could play Tybee in there. Crossing, free kicks are terrible. Corners are bang average. But he has got an eye for a pass. I think we'll play Tybee in there. There isn't... Having said that, no, do you know what? Scratch that. Let's get our attacking players on the pitch. Move Rui Perez up. We'll go with 2 deep line playmakers. 1 on support, 1 on defend. Play Indigai as a poacher. Actually, who's got the better off the ball and anticipation? 15 and 14 for Grandjean. And 15 and 14. Okay, it doesn't really matter. They're both pretty good as the poacher, unless one's quicker than the other. 15 and 12. I think Grandjean's not particularly quick. Okay, so we'll go with this, I think. We need another goal. At least one more goal. So why not get second striker on the pitch? Okay, here we go. Throw in. Van der Merch finds Rui Perez. Back out to Van der Merch. Rui Perez again. He crosses. It's a tame header from Grandjean. Last 15 minutes. Gafroy's looking tired. I think we'll bring on Farino and hope he can give us something down that side. He's fresh. He should be able to cause some problems. Good evening, Espen. Thanks a lot for tuning in, mate, for your very first experience, although we're not exactly giving you the result and the reception that maybe you deserve. I'm not too bad, buddy. How are you? Okay, keeper's caught that one. And it's a good pick out. And Indigai, he's released down the other end of the pitch. Oh, it's a good challenge from them, to be fair. Indigai holds it up well. Grandjean! Oh, come on! It was loose in the box. We had to just finish that. Someone's got to be anticipating the ball falling there. Nyonto? Oh my god, this is killing me, guys. This is killing me. I can't believe this. We're being royally fucked over. Good work from Indigai. It's going to be the last highlight. It's Grandjean going through on goal. Why doesn't he pass to someone there? Pass the fucking ball. I don't think there's time for the equaliser. Farino, you've got to get in the box now. Someone's got to get the ball in the fucking box. Yonto maybe. He crosses. And they clear their lines and that's it. Ah! Fuck's sake. I'm fuming with that result. Absolutely fuming. I'm not praising him for getting one sole assist. Am I within my rights to say I've been absolutely FM'd in that game, or am I not able to say that? I never quite know when I'm allowed to. I'll tell you what we are doing though, we're having a fucking team meeting because the results have not been good. We were 11 unbeaten before tonight's stream, and we've drawn 2 and lost 2 tonight. Which tactic do I use? I think you know exactly which tactic I use, Espen, buddy. Right, yeah, we're going to have a team meeting. Yeah, there we go. Good reaction. After 4 games without a win. Right, we've got to play the next game. We've got to get that win. Sebastiano Caringola. He's a defensive midfield player with 9 tackling. Not quite what I'm looking for from a defensive mid. Other than that, though, he's got some really impressive attributes for an 18-year-old, so we'll keep an eye on him. Can't be paying that kind of money for someone, though. Oh, this was him. This was him. Remember, guys, I was saying that someone popped up on the scout report that could be decent for us. I mean, I think this is that. Yeah, this is that man. He's a 20-year-old Portuguese striker. He's not the quickest, to be fair. But he does work hard. He's got very good balance, good determination, very good finishing and first touch. Solid composure. I feel like there's a player in there. I'd say the database is pretty realistic, Espen. I think, yeah, Laura, aka Chilled Moose, has done a fantastic job of it. It feels pretty realistic to me. I think for the right price, guys, I'd be wanting to bring this kid in. He can't head a ball though, so if we played him, we'd have to go with driven crosses. Having said that, the striker position isn't particularly the one we need to strengthen at the moment. Okay, so we've just hit the winter break, guys. So as much as I'd love to be able to get you a win before we end the stream, I think it's best that I sim through these 24 or 25 days off camera. Which is a shame, to be fair, because we've not quite done 2 hours just yet. I think what we'll do before we go though, we'll do a little bit of scouting for centre backs whose contracts are running out. Because I've just had an idea as well. I think if Darbo goes in this window, the approach is going to be to bring in a centre back, which frees up Abdullah Bar, who can then play either half back and then push Rui Perez forward, or Abdullah Bar can go straight into midfield. If you have a look at his attributes, he's quick, he can pass a ball, he can tackle. I would say he is pretty well suited. This is good. The young defender Yoshio is improving. Has his personality changed just yet? Remember he had a horrendous one. No, he's still unambitious. I think long term, if he improves, this kid is our answer at centre back. Yeah, I think we're training the right things on him. Right, let's have a quick look at oh wow, he's got a very good scout report. Okay, so player search. Let's have a look at some centre backs whose contracts are expiring. So centre back, clear this. Value doesn't matter so much. Wages do. Yeah, I don't want them to need a work permit either. We'll up that to say 25. And let's pick some of the key attributes. So I'd say teamwork, positioning, determination, concentration, composure, decisions. I want us to be quite mobile as well. I want us to be strong. I've got to be able to jump and head a ball and mark and pass. Let's make the minimum 12. And then contract expiring in 6 months. Or would it technically be over 6 months because we're only in December, aren't we? Right. George Silva. No. Okay, so do you know what? Tackling, I need to be higher. Yeah, 100% Llama. I think that's what I'm trying to address now, mate. I'm going to try and bring in a centre-back that is better in those situations. Jump in, let's up that. Head in, let's up that too. Maybe to 13. Mark in, up that. We can drop the passing down. We can drop the pace down slightly. And we can up the wages because if we're bringing someone in for cheap, we can afford to pay them a bit more. Ica San Vicente. worth taking a look into, I think. There's a 25-year-old Polish lad here, 6'5". He looks decent. Let's add him to the shortlist. Adamo Soria. Nice little regen. Let's drop everything by 1 and see. Okay, that really opens things up. Igor Gomez, Barcelona B, 6'3". Okay. He wouldn't need a work permit either because he plays for a Spanish club. Hopefully he's come through the youth there. For sign the Polish guy, I'd have to learn to pronounce his name. Am I right in saying the first name is Primislav? And his second name is... I would say it's Wisinewski. I'm going with Primislav Wisinewski. Okay, so they're the only players on this. I'm hoping that this Igor Suarez or Igor Gomez is someone worth bringing in. He's listed for 120k. Wisinewski. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I think for 120k, guys, we just get the deal done whilst we're scouting in case someone else comes in for him. Because it looks like he's got pretty much everything we were looking for. Let's just have a quick run through of any centre backs that are on our shortlist. So I still like Rodri, but I don't think he'd join us again now. Gonzalo Cardoso, I know he's a good player. He's a very good player. Let's get an updated scout report on him. Mikkel Moller Larsen. He's only 5'11". That's unfortunate. Umar Saleh can be good on certain saves, but he looks pretty average on this one. What's he listed for? Loan listed. I mean, I wouldn't be paying 4.1 million for him. Joe Chiabese. No, he's 5'11". Young Scottish kid, Jamie Hamilton. No, again, pretty average. I'm looking for someone that's got close to 15 in a lot of the areas defensively that we're lacking at the moment. I only really want to bring someone in if they're going to be a clear upgrade from what we have, and this man wouldn't be. Tiago Matos. 5'10". Absolutely not. Yanda Sisask. If I remember rightly, they want a lot of money for him, and also he plays for a rival, so they wouldn't sell to us. I do like the look at this kid, but not as a first. Yeah, see, we're scouting him, not as a first choice option. Radu Dragusin. Nope. Okay, so we've done some scouting. Newman Valadez, he is solid. Let's get an updated scout report on him too, and hope that they would sell to us. Don't think they will though. Ben, you've not missed much, mate. We're just doing some scouting for a centre back. I'm going to try and pick someone up on the cheap. Don't know why I'm looking down that far, because anyone with that kind of rating isn't going to be an improvement on what we have. Okay, so we've got some scout reports coming back in. We've got 24 or so days until the next game. That's concerning. Wisniewski would only want to be a fringe player. Okay, now he's got 12 positioning. No, I'm gonna walk away from this already. Actually, even for 120k, I don't want to add someone who's just gonna then become a squad player. I'd much rather bring someone in that's just gonna walk into the first team straight away, nail down a spot. Okay, I think what I'll do then, guys, is call it there for this evening, because I've got a lot of days to sim, and I'll come back to you. It's probably going to be towards the end of the week, guys, because I would usually stream on a Wednesday. However, there's two reasons why I can't. One is because it's actually my 25th birthday on Wednesday, so I'll be spending it with family. And secondly, Liverpool will be lifting the Premier League trophy for the first time in my lifetime on Wednesday night, and I cannot wait. So I'll be enjoying every second of that. Which unfortunately means that I won't be able to stream on Wednesday. But I will certainly be streaming towards the end of the week. No doubt about it. Until then, guys, I do apologise. We've actually not been able to pick up a win on this stream. I think I maybe spoiled you guys with the previous two streams where we went a combined 11 games undefeated. Yeah, so as I say, I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you tuning in, even though we couldn't get that win. I'm actually pretty devastated about it, to be honest, because we had a good turnout tonight, and I should have repaid you guys with a couple of good performances. We just couldn't seem to get it. I do think, though, when we do tighten the team up at the back, take a bit of pressure off, and we will be able to go and beat teams, knowing that we're a bit more solid defensively. Thanks a lot for the happy birthday wish, Ben. Appreciate it, buddy. And yeah, too right, what a day for it. My 25th birthday, and I'll be spending it watching Liverpool lift their first ever Premier League title and the first top division title in my lifetime. Far from it, mate. You're not banished. Not at all. More than welcome in my streams anytime. Kate's right, it's her. She's banished. No, I'm only playing. You're all welcome. I don't have any superstitions, really. It's down to me, isn't it, really, to get the results. And yeah, I've let you down tonight. So, end of the week, I promise we'll be back with a bang. And it will be a bang in terms of we'll either do really well or I will do my nut and you guys can sit there and giggle whilst I kick off because FM's fucking me over. So, the next time you hear from me, guys, I'll be 25 years young. But yeah, until then, thanks a lot for your support tonight. Stay safe, take care of yourselves. Do hit that like button even though it was a shit stream. And do go back and check out episode 14, the one before this one, because that one was a brilliant stream if you missed it. And please do smash that like button because it really does help. You guys have all subscribed anyway, I don't need to say that to you. But to anyone else watching, if you enjoyed the episode, please do hit that sub button, it really helps me out. Until next time, guys, take care. Cheers.